Good afternoon, guys. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a thank you card. And so this is the thank you card that I created, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So first you're going to go up to the top under Photoshop, once you're in Photoshop, and you're going to go File, New. And whenever it decides to load, you're going to change this to thank you with your last name. Make sure that the first thing you do is change this to inches, and then it can either be 4x5 or 5x4. The other thing that needs to happen is your resolution needs to be 300, and then you can just hit create. So here's my image. Now, like I showed you over here, I want to do 3 boxes. So I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to create the boxes first. So first I need a new layer. So File, New, Layer. This is going to be my main photo. Okay. And now I'm going to create my box here, what I want it to be. So we're going to go with that. Right click on it, fill, and I'm going to fill with black. And this is just so I know what the template is that I'm creating right now. I've got my main one. I'm going to deselect that, Command D, and then I'm going to create another layer, new layer. This is going to be my second photo. Okay, and I'm going to create my box. Once again, I'm going to fill black. Now I want my next 2 layers to be the exact same. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to take this layer right here and I'm going to duplicate that layer. And so I'm going to do that as third photo. And so now I just need to move one of the boxes over, because now I have my 3 separate boxes, but these bottom 2 boxes are the same. Move this one so it lines up. Okay, so if my photos do, like say my box is up here and I don't like that, I can actually select both of my layers. And I can go here and I can tell it to align to the bottom. I can tell it to align to the top if they were different, if either way. So there's all this alignment here. I can also select, these 2 and make sure that this is aligned to the side, so that way they're both aligned here. So that's one way you can check alignments. Now the next thing I'm actually going to do is I would like some color across the middle. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click, first I'm going to create another layer. So layer, new layer. And this one is going to be my color, color block. Now I'm going to use my rectangular marquee again, and I'm just going to go all the way across. And for this one, I'm going to fill, and I actually want to fill with a color. So let's fill with yellow. This works. I'll fill here, and I'm just going to hit OK. I'm going to deselect that. So now I have some color going across here. Now you can do more colors if you want. I could maybe even move. I could do, color going across the behind. Remember, it's how layers are ordered. So if I put this behind, I would have a color going across there. I could, duplicate this layer if I wanted. And then I could, another. I wanted layers going all the way across. So do another one here. Could make a pattern. Moving the layer underneath the other layers. Okay, but there's a lot of options here. I'm going to just stick with the one that's in the middle for now. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to add some pictures. And so these are the 3 pictures that I want to add. So I'm going to select my 3 images and I'm going to just drag them directly and drop right here. So each image that comes in is a full size image right now. In order to resize it, you can see it has the X on it. I'm going to hold the shift button and I'm going to drag from the corner and I'm going to drag approximately the size that I want it to be. Then I double click to set that. So same thing here, holding the shift, dragging, putting it approximately where I want it, and double clicking to set. This one is going to go up top, holding the shift, dragging from the corner. So that way it doesn't make the person fatter, skinnier, or whatnot. They stay true to what they are. Double click. Now I need to put these directly above the photo box that they're going to go in. So this one goes all the way to the bottom because that's my main photo. This one is going to go right above this black box, and then this one is right above this one. So with each one now I need to go through and I need to clip them. So I just right click on it, create clipping mask, and that is going to clip it to the photo that's underneath it. So same thing here, right click, create clipping mask. This last one, right click, create clipping mask. Now within each of my photo boxes, I can now move this a little bit. I can move it up and down, side to side, depending on where I want the photo to be. It actually did come in pretty good. So I'm just going to leave it just like this. Now the last thing you need to do is add your text. So in order to add the text, you're going to go to the T, which is text box here. Now, once again, everything needs to be on a new layer. So we're just going to go layer, new layer. This is going to be my text. Oops. Text large. This is where I'm going to say, thank you. Now, if I wanted to change the font or I wanted to change the color, I could do that up here. I can make my text box bigger. I'm actually going to move this onto the photo. Go there. I can resize it too, same thing, Command T, which transforms it. So now, right now, the text box doesn't stand out very well, so I'm actually going to add a stroke around it. And you can also do that with your actual photos. So right here, I'm going to go to FX. I'm going to hit stroke. And I'm going to do, let's try a black outline. Ooh. And let's make it a nice thin black outline. That kind of helps. Let's see what it looks like with white. With the white outline, it stands out a lot better. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm just going to hit OK. So that's how you can add a stroke there. You can also add a stroke onto your actual photos. So if you go down to the black box, you can go FX, stroke. Now I can add a stroke that's a specific color if I want, and you can actually pick a color that's in your photo. A lot of times I try and keep my colors within the same color scheme. Let's add a bigger stroke. Oh, 10, okay. Once you get a stroke that's the way you like it, you can go in, right click, copy layer style, and then you can actually paste it onto your other ones. Layer style. Now the last thing that you'll need to do is you'll need to take another text box and go layer, new layer. I'm going to do, this is my sentence. And I can make my sentence, oops, I clipped it down onto this bottom layer, so I'm going to have to move it up. Here we go. Okay, let's try that again. And then here I can write my sentence. I have to change this font. So, thank